I speak it though, I speak it though. What's on your mind, it's deep though. I speak it though, we on the air, just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch films about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
What's going on, everyone? We are here live here on the OT Radio Show, and man, oh man, boy, we got a good show for you today. Today, we have hip-hop artist Nob'l is going to be joining us here on the show to talk about his single, Bounce Back, you know what I mean, that you can listen to on all streaming outlets right here. And man, can't wait to have him on. And we're going to get all into it with the 90s blend of hip-hop that he got on there, with the lyrical blends that he bringing. And, hey, he's going to be here having conversations with your boy OT. But now, he is here right now in full effect with your boy OT. And we're about to bring you on. What's going on, Mr. Nob'l? How you feel today, bro?
What's up, man? What's up? Good to be here, man. Glad you had me here.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. You know, glad to have you join us here on the show, man, on this cloudy little day today. You know,
can't tell though. It looked nice behind you.
Man, listen, man, it's cloudy out there, man. Yeah, I mean, don't let this fool you. Definitely don't let this fool you, man. But Joe, man, I definitely appreciate you joining me here on the show, man. Definitely talking about your bounce back, man. That single that's dropped, man. It's fire, man. But before we get into all that, can you tell everybody where you from and who is Nob'l?
So I'm from Jersey, you know, born in Philly, grew up in Jersey for the most part. Who is Nob'l, man? Nob'l is a lot of things, man. How do I explain that? Nob'l is a hip hop artist, he's a producer, a musician, cinematographer, man. I'm a creative, man. I'm a creative. I love to create. I'm somebody that loves to speak my mind, speak my heart. In all different types of creative ways, man. That's me, man. Just a creative at heart, really. I feel like that pretty much will sum me up, man. I'm just a creative because I do a lot of different creative things.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it, man, because, you know, with your hit single right now, Bounce Back, you know, what was the inspiration behind that?
So, man, it came from a moment when I kind of just stopped writing music completely. I felt like that part of my life kind of had, I would say, I felt like I reached my peak. Like I did what I was going to do, and that was it. And I kind of made peace with it. You know, I knew I was always going to produce and do things like that and play music as a musician, but it felt like I lost the love for writing. I didn't have anything to write about. I felt like it's just pointless. You know, what's the point of doing this anymore? Nothing's coming out of it. So it's like, you know, I'm kind of done. I kind of just you know, made peace with just being done with it. And then, you know, it was years later, man. I mean, this wasn't like a month or two break. This was like some years. Like I just completely stopped. And I would say maybe like 4 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years later. I mean, I had a home studio, so I mean, I was just in the studio, just, you know, just vibing, doing what I do, and the song just hit me like out of nowhere. Like I just started writing. And I'm listening to him like, oh, this sound all right. So it kind of came from just that whole perspective of like, look, you know, you've been down, you felt like you were done, you felt like that was it, but it's time to get up, man. Get up off your face. Can't stay down here forever. You know, you got something that, you know, people need to hear. It's time for you to bounce back. You know, like, yeah, you was down. What you gonna do about it? So it's like, it's time to bounce back. So that's kind of like the whole message of the song. It came just from something personal for me, just feeling like, you know, I was down, I hit the ground, I was at a low. I need to bounce back.
All right. Well, listen, man, you know, when you listen to that song, right, you know, and you talk about how you had your hiatus and how, you know, things came together, you got like a 90 influence in there, right? So with your blend with the classic 90s hip hop with the modern day element, right? Who are some of your biggest influence from that era, and how did they shape your sounds and music?
From the 90s era?
Yeah, from the 90s era.
So my biggest influences from that era would probably be Nas, the legends, man. Nas, Jay, Biggie, Wu-Tang. And if I'm being specific with Wu-Tang, it would be like GZA, of course, Meth, Ray, even, you know, RZA, just the way he used to rap real fast sometimes, like
Yeah.
jumping up his words. Like I used to imitate that whole style a lot. I used to try to like play with that.
Right.
But yeah, like then if you go even before the 80s, I mean before the 90s, like I even look back to the 80s, man, and I love Kane, man, the Big Daddy Kane and Cool G Rap. Like those are like people that were like, they were like ahead of their time to me. And I think you can hear that influence with like Cool G Rap and with Nas a lot sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are like if you were talking like 90s influences, it'd be that Mobb Deep. I mean, I could go on Mobb Deep, you know.
Yeah, bro.
Sitting here thinking about it, like Smith and Wesson. I wore that tape out, The Shining. I got my hands on that, and I was like, oh, like that, The Shining, man. That's so underrated, and like people don't recognize like Smith and Wesson. That album was so tough.
Facts.
Yeah, so like those are like some of my 90s influences.
Okay.
I know I'm leaving some people out, but those ones that come to mind now.
Listen, man, you know, man, yo, the 90s had everybody, dude. I mean, we can go on and on with Pac, a whole lot of people. Right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, yeah, Pac and his poetry, his poetic way of just speaking his heart. I know I definitely got some of that in me.
Yeah. Oh, believe it. Yo, when you listen to Bounce Back, you can hear all that. All that into it. So you as a musician, producer, songwriter, how do you balance and wear all these hats doing your creative side, dude?
Man, I don't think I've balanced them well. If I'm being honest, man. If I'm being honest, I don't think I've balanced them well, man. It's like because they have their moments. Like 1 minute I'm writing a whole lot and I'm not producing as much. The next minute, all I'm doing is music production. And then some moments I'm kind of like with a little bit of both. And then, and then some moments I'm just maybe working on my craft as far as like playing the keys or playing the guitar or the bass or whatever. So like they tend to have like they go in and out, and sometimes they just happen to be at the same place. I feel like when I did that song, I was at a place where they were both balanced. Like I was doing both equally at that time. So yeah, but if I'm being honest, man, I haven't balanced them well, man. They go up and down, back and forth. They all over the place, man.
Yo, because I'm glad you admitted that, man. Because a lot of people be like, yeah, man, because I balance it real well. And I'll be sitting back thinking, like, do you really balance it real well?
Nah, man. Not when you do that. When you do that many things, like, there's no way you can really find an equal balance. And if you're creative, you're really just going off what you're feeling in that moment. Sometimes it's like, I ain't feeling. I ain't got no words right now, but I do got a melody. So let me just work on this melody. It's like that sometimes.
Now talk about Wu-Tang, right? The hit show Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I know. I know go with this.
Yep. Talk about Wu-Tang. How did you feel, right, being involved in the production of the show? Like, come on now. Talk about it. Talk about it. You gotta talk about it, man.
Man, that was an honor, man. It was like a full circle moment. So I'm gonna let you in on something. Me and my cousin used to detail RZA's cars.
Wow.
We used to detail his cars years before that, way before that. You know what I mean? We was a lot younger, of course. But we were detailing his car. We used to be at his mansion, the Wu Mansion. It's actually in the series. We used to be there detailing his Range Rovers, and he had a cherry red Range, and so we used to chop it up with him. So when I did the show, it felt like a full circle moment. It was like, yo, I can't believe I'm actually here on this show. Like I got the audition for it, and I didn't think I was gonna get it, honestly, because when you audition for these things, you do thousands of auditions, and it's kind of like you just do it. You just gotta just put it out there and just let it be what it's gonna be.
Right.
When they called me back. And they're like, oh, the producers really like what you're doing. And I was like, all right. And then they asked me for another, to say a couple lines, and they wanted me to play guitar. That kind of helped me get in there just so I could play guitar. But man, it was an honor being on there, man. It was a great experience. I was hoping to run into RZA while I was there so I can really chop it up with him and be like, yo, remember me? Remember? So, that would have been a nice little moment, but I didn't get to see him. But working with Mario Van Peebles, he directed it. Man, that was great, man. It was a great experience. It was amazing being on a show that's recapturing some people that you look up to, that you respect, And just being able to be a part of that process, man, it was lovely, man. It was like a 3-4 day shoot, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Man, it was great. The process was amazing, man. It was amazing. It was
So,
amazing, man. It was amazing. The
look
only
at it, man.
downside is I wish I could have seen RZA, because
Right.
I really wanted to see him, and I heard he was coming up to the. He's like, hey, RZA's on his way up here on the last day of our shoot.
Uh-huh.
But they were moving all of us off the set. And I'm like, I was trying my best to stick around. Like, they say, hey, you gotta go. And I was like, let me get out of here for they, So I left. But yeah, man, it was great, man. It was great. Yeah, so I say it was great, man. Great experience. I loved it.
So being a part of that, and you actually directing and producing a film, a short film that's going to be coming out. Right?
Man, you did your research.
Oh yeah, definitely. Listen. And
you did your research.
You doing that. You know what I mean? And now the whole creative juice. How are you feeling now doing your own directing and producing and stuff like that?
It's great, because I think for me, man, it gives me an outlet where I don't have to wait on somebody else to say, hey, we gonna give you the job.
Right.
It allows me to kind of just like make my own path, and also put myself in roles that I feel like I should be in. Maybe casting directors or producers or whoever, they'd be like, oh, we don't see him like this. But it's like, I know I can do this, so I'm gonna do it on my own and let y'all catch up later and see it. So, I wrote the most recent short film, and I did some. Me and my man, we directed it together. He's the main director. I did some other parts of directing on the reshoots. But yeah, man, I feel like, because I started my own film company too, so that was part of it. I wanted to start my own film company and really just start pushing our own content out and really be in control of that and be able to not wait. I think that's really what came through from. I really was just like tired of doing all these auditions, and you got to wait for this and wait for that. It's like I know all these creative people around me. It's like, come on, man, like we need to be doing something of our own. Let's put something together, form a team and just do our own thing.
Right.
And, if they'll catch up at some point. I feel like I think that's what happened with Abbott Elementary too.
Yeah.
She's doing her own thing. It's like y'all will catch up eventually.
Yeah. And they caught up too.
Yep. Exactly. They paying her some big money right now too.
Dude, big money, man.
Yeah, I seen they got a little raise. I'm like, ooh, nice. But it's a
Now,
great show, man. And she was just creative, worked what she worked with what she had, and she's like, y'all will catch on at some point. And like you said, they did.
And they darn sure did, man. They picked it up, man, and it just went sky high, bro. It just went sky high. You know what I mean? So when we talk about, personal growth, right? And you mentioned that a period of, personal growth and reflection. How has your journey like influenced your artistry and approach to music?
I feel like it's all in my music. I feel like when I write, I'm the type of person that when I write, I usually don't write random lyrics. I usually write something that personal to me or to somebody I know or to something in the world. I touch on like real experiences. So I feel like my journey and my music is always reflective of my journey. It's always like that. I feel like, I don't just write random like, yo, we going to the club, we picking up this, or we doing this, that. Like if that ain't really what I do, or if I'm not talking from the third person of, from another person's perspective, it don't connect with me, because it gotta hit me first. So I feel like when you listen to my music, it all comes from that, man. My journey, my ups, my downs, the struggles, man. Just doing this as a creative and doing independent, man. You're gonna have real struggles. You're gonna have financial struggles. You're gonna have you got relationship struggles. You got struggles all over, and I feel like as a writer, I feel like that's when I said, earlier, and I was like, I feel like I may have a little bit of that Pac in me too, because I feel like Pac was a lot like that.
Yeah, he was.
He spoke a lot from like, it was from here. Like when he said something, you felt it. Like, yo, he meant that. Like that's coming from a real place. So I feel like, to me, that's the music I love. I love music that when I hear it, I know they speaking from somewhere personal, or I can feel that. Like, yeah, like I hear what you're saying right there.
I feel that. I feel that, man. So, bounce back, right? What kind of message do you hope that your listeners take away from it?
Oh, pretty simple, man. Just like I said about me, like, man, if you find yourself down, if you feel like life, dealt you a bad hand, you can't find your way up, man. Just know, like, you just gotta keep going. Bounce back, come back. Like you can make it, but you got to get up first of all.
Yeah,
you got to get up. Like nobody's coming to save you. The saying is, you got to get up. I'm a big Eagles fan. And Jalen Hurts has this saying that I guess he said his father taught him when he was, playing football as a kid. And it was called, he said, so what, now what? It's basically like, okay, that happened to you. So what? Now what? Like, what you going to do about it? So I feel like that's kind of the message. It's like, okay, bounce back. So what? That happened to you? Yeah, okay. Y'all broke up. Okay, you hit this financial place. Maybe you got a health issue. Whatever, man. It's like, so what? Now what you gonna do about it? Like, you gonna just lay there? You just gonna sit there, or you gonna get up?
Facts.
I feel like that's the message behind the song. Like, you can bounce back, but you gotta get up. Just like I say in the beginning of the song, like we like a basketball. Every time we hit the ground, we're gonna bounce back. So it's like you're gonna hit the ground, but when you hit the ground, bounce back.
Yeah, factual. Now talk about that, man, because that song is so lyrical, right? And it got a big message to it. How do you know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna bring that bounce back to a live performance? Because you gotta do a live performance.
Bro. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I got some ideas. I got some depending on what type of performance it is, if it's small or if it's a bigger one. I got a little different ideas for each. Let's say I got an acoustic version of it too. On the acoustic guitar, it's going.
Hold up.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna be playing acoustic while rapping on it. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Man, I'm about to tell you, go get your guitar and give me a sample of it, bro. You got to, bro. Like,
you want to hear a piece of it, huh?
Yeah. Got to, bro. I got to. Listen, man. Look, man. We live, right? You know what I mean? And it's only right because once you said that, that's why I said, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, you got that. We gotta hear a sample live. Dude.
Got to hear a piece of it.
Yeah. We gotta hear a piece.
Got to hear a piece of it. You want to hear right now?
Right now. Hear it live on the show.
My guitar actually right over there. So.
Oh man. Here we go, y'all. Live right here. This is version right here. Live here on the OT Radio Show. Right here, boy. We're gonna bring it to you.
Now,
this is what we do.
I don't know if my joint is tuned up or not. Nah. All right. So just a little piece. I'm carefree in the face of my tragedies. Slam doors in my face, okay, I got master keys. Trying to get your feet wet, I'm looking to master these. Aim for the stars, but that bar is too low for me. See, I'm trying to rise like the smell of that potpourri. Elevation, graduated with no degree. That's enough. You want some more?
Oh man, listen.
I can't give you too much. Listen.
This for a live performance, y'all. This for a live performance. We just gave you a sample of what you're gonna hear on this live performance right here because he's gonna be bringing it to y'all live. So now we gotta ask, where are you gonna be performing it live? Like, man, now we gotta ask it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't, man. But I know I need to perform it soon. I know what I am going to do.
Okay.
And I actually been contemplating it this past week. Is just putting it on like a reel and doing like a little clip like I did, maybe just the first verse. Yeah. Maybe me outside somewhere, maybe in the park, just boom, 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 and me playing it and spitting to it or whatever, and just putting that on like a reel before I actually do like a whole full joint. Because I think I want to have my man play a kit, a little small drum kit, me on acoustic, and have somebody on a little bass, and we just vibe out with it and really go crazy with it. Or I might pull out my electric and really get Jimi Hendrix on it at one point. So we'll know. I got a lot of ideas of how I want to do it. You know what I mean?
Man, well, listen, you just let me know where you going to do it, bro, for we can pull up. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk, for we can pull up, man. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, just that song and doing it live, and I already know with the music genius that you have, man, and how you are. I already know it's gonna be crazy, man. And I
Yeah,
know
man.
it's probably gonna be more after that,
Oh yeah,
because your live performance, doing it live, like a lot of artists can't do it live like that and play
yeah.
like that. So,
Yes,
when
sir.
you get it, hey man, what else can you say?
Yeah, and I think that's part of me that makes me unique and different is that
Mm-hmm.
I can bring that element of like, nah, like I can spit, but I can get on here and I can play something while I'm spitting, or I can just put it down and just play with the band and just rock out. Like we could do a lot of different things with it, you know what I'm saying? Or I can jump, I can go stage dive and we can just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. We can just feel
Right.
that energy, you know. And that's just my
Yeah.
whole thing, man. I'm when I'm on stage, I'm a ball of energy. Off
Okay.
stage, I'm very reserved. Like I'm real
Okay.
quiet. I'm
Uh-huh.
real like I'm a introvert kind of sort of, you know. So
Uh-huh.
when I'm on that stage, it's like something different happen.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, listen, man. I mean, we didn't already got a live performance, a little sample of it. So, I could just imagine, like I said, I could just imagine. So, people watching the replays, people watching it over, I guarantee you, man, they're gonna be asking, like, yo, when gonna pop up somewhere?
Yeah, man. I'm hoping I get me a show in Philly, man. I really want to come
Oh,
back to Philly, man, and get me a nice little show in Philly, man. Little
yeah,
small, something small, like where I could
a
really
little
do
small.
like the acoustic version in like
Uh-huh.
a little small like venue and really just get on like a little stool and just
Mm-hmm.
boom, just go at it, you know.
Oh man, you know what, man? We might have to work on that, bro. Real talk, real talk. We might have to work on that. But let's talk about advice real fast. We're going to talk about advice real fast. What kind
Mhm.
of advice would you give those who like are struggling to overcome, obstacles in their life?
Man, advice. Everybody's life is so unique and so different. But if I'm just gonna give like a blanket general statement about advice and you're dealing with struggles, just know you ain't the only one. Everybody's got something that they dealing with, whether it's the billionaire or you sitting here on poverty, you on food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
everybody's dealing with something. But you got the only people that fail are the ones that quit. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The only people that fail are the ones that quit. Like I heard, like it's either a lesson learned. You know what I mean? Like you can make it a lesson learned, or you can quit. So like
Hmm.
any like setback, it just count as a lesson learned. If you feel down, like you gotta find a way to keep going. Like for me, it's my faith in God. You know what I mean? Like that keeps me going. Just knowing like, all right, I'm gonna make it through because my faith is in God and I know where I stand. I know what my belief is. So I'm gonna be all right. Like yeah, I'm a struggle. Like yeah, I might have moments, highs and lows, like everybody. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, man, you just gotta keep pushing, man. And I feel like you have to be. This kind of musical thing, but I do feel like you have to be comfortable with who you are, um, and know who you are. Because I think a lot of times we get frustrated um, because we see somebody else.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we see what another person has or another person's doing, and then we get discouraged. You know what I mean? Because we feeling like hold up, why they got that? You know what I mean? Like why he
Hmm.
got that? And I'm working just like they working, but why
Right.
is it working out for them and it ain't working out for me? Um, so I feel like sometimes that gets us in that place too, where it's like when we looking at other people, it tends to get us in like it can get us depressed, it can get us down, it can get us our focus just off, and then that
Hmm.
leads to just all other types of things. So I would say, man, for me, it's my faith in God, and I don't know what it is for everybody else, but for me, it's that, and it's also just knowing like it ain't gonna last forever. I know people hear that all the time. Like at some point, something gonna happen.
Yeah.
At some point, something's gonna break, but it ain't gonna happen if you don't get up. And if you
Facts.
and if you stay down, you get in your little pity party, and what I mean, you start feeling sorry for yourself. It ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have to get up, man, and get some good people around you.
Yeah.
Get some good people around you. Sometimes we try to. I know I even done that, man. I'm a type of person where I've isolated myself. It's like I'm
Hmm.
I'm done with people. I ain't dealing with nobody. I'm good by myself, but that don't help. I mean, if I'm being real, you gotta get some good people around you. Some people that's going to be there for you,
Yeah.
and a lot of people that we think are for us might not be for us, but because most of the time it's only like a small handful of people that you can really trust and really know that they're there for you. So find those people, man. Find those people.
Fact. All right, man. So listen, man, we appreciate you for joining us here on the show, man.
Absolutely.
Yo, man, you gotta tell everybody where to find you at on all social media platforms, websites.
Yes, sir. So you can find me. First of all, you can find all my links on my website. That's itsnob'l.com. ITSNOBL. That's itsnob'l.com. You want to find all the IG, the Facebook, all those links are there. But in case you don't go there, you want to go straight to the IG. Just look up Nob'l, Nobl. And go. Facebook is I am Nob'l.com, not .com. I am Nob'l, and Twitter Nob'l Productions, Nobl Productions. Remember, Nob'l, if it's spelled with an E, it ain't me. It's always Nobl. It's really Nob apostrophe L, but on IG they don't let you put the apostrophe. And if you're looking on any of those digital, streaming sites, you can find me Nob apostrophe L, bounce back. It's right there, man. Wherever you want to go, just check it out. It's there.
Appreciate you. Well, listen, man, we appreciate you joining us here on the show, man. And you got to come back, bro. You got to come back, man.
Absolutely.
And we got to stay in touch, man.
Maybe next time I come back, we're going to have a live stream, a live performance.
Listen. I'm with it, bro. Listen, bro, I'm definitely with that, man. I'm definitely with it, man. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate you once again, man. Now you're part of the family, so welcome to the family, as we always say. So anything you need from us, as far as got a show, send us the flyer. We'll go ahead and post it because you're part of the family now. So now we got you. So
Appreciate it.
man,
yes,
listen,
sir.
make sure, man, when you do this live event, give it to us first, bro. Like for real, but you got to give it to us first, man. Send it. We could be like, yo, listen, the joint gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, bro. Because I already know, man. I mean, definitely, man. Definitely appreciate you for joining us here on the show. It's you're an Eagles fan, right?
Pleasure.
I got tomorrow. I got Nicole Dean's mom going to be joining me here on the show.
Oh, nice.
The linebackers for the Eagles. So you know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and have her on the show to talk about a lot of things. Yeah, man. So hey, man. It's Eagles all week. I'm just saying. You didn't go say it's Eagles all week.
They got me a little frustrated though.
Man, listen, man, I ain't even going to sugarcoat it, man. I was sitting there looking at that game, man. I was like, yo, this don't look like the playoff game last year.
Yep.
It looked
same exact thing.
Same exact thing. But go Birds no matter what.
Yeah, I'm a diehard. I bleed green, man. That's all I know. That's all I've ever known.
Facts. Yo, are you going to be like coming into Philly like anytime soon or anything?
I have my sisters stay out there. I have three younger sisters. They're in Philly still.
Okay.
My pops is out there. So I'm definitely like I'm in and out sometimes. Sometimes I'm there. She's been asking me for a minute, like, when you coming? And it ain't like I'm crazy far from Philly. I'm only like 45 minutes or so.
Cross that bridge.
So yeah. So I mean, it ain't. Well, I only got to cross the bridge. I go down 95.
Listen, the back road. Because
I ain't down there to Bessie Ross and Camden and all that. I just go straight down 95 and I'm right there.
All right, definitely. Well, listen, man, when you come to Philly, definitely hit us up, man. We're gonna go ahead and shoot you a message on the social media platform. You know what I mean? So definitely hit us up, bro. Listen, we appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, man, and make sure everybody y'all listen to the song "Bounce Back." Crazy 90 influence beats in the joint. Everything is on there, so you can get it. And hey, his YouTube got the teaser and everything like a movie. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm just being honest. That's what it got on there. So check it out. Make sure y'all check him out on all social media platforms. All right, bro. Listen, we appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. And man, we out of here, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Oh man, good show, y'all. My man Nob'l joined us here on the show. Even kicked a little live event for us with the guitar. You know what I mean? Bounce Back. Make sure y'all go ahead and check it out on all social media platforms. Bounce Back is everywhere. YouTube, Amazon, Spotify. You know what I mean? Any streaming that you have is on there. Make sure y'all go ahead and check it out. And make sure y'all check me out tomorrow at 7:15. I got Nicole Dean mom is going to be joining us here on the show to talk about everything. We're going to have a conversation with the moms. Because NFL moms is great. And we're going to have her on here on the show. And yo, Make sure y'all keep on watching here on OT Radio Show. We definitely appreciate y'all. And hey, we out of here. Check us out. Follow us on all social media platforms. Y'all see it. Thank you for watching. Peace.